6 thrilling and interesting mysteries about ants that 99% of you don't know. What is special about the mysterious death circle for ant, or what are the most dangerous killer ant in the world? Welcome back to Wildlife Adventure. Have you ever been bitten by an ant? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. So dear friends, what we think of ant, we imagine small insects that are very industrious, have a special group life and solidarity. They lived on the earth long before humans, about 130 million years ago, and up to now, ants have been very common and familiar, from the city to the countryside, from the windless forest to the hot desert. Although it's so familiar, there must be many interesting and thrilling mysteries revolving around ants that we do not yet know yet. So how are these hidden surprises? Let's find out and explore wildlife adventure in today's video. The first is the champion of weightlifting. So dear friends, it's not a compliment, but only for carrying humans and many other animals in the world must have a little respect for ant, because compared to their small size and weight, ant can carry up to 50 times their own body weight. That is similar to a person who weighs 60 pounds and can lift a 3-ton truck or several hundred meters. What an admirable athlete! And that's not to mention the species often gather in groups of several million, so you won't be able to imagine how powerful they are when they join forces. And next is a very mysterious but deadly circle, talking so many ants live. Second, the mystery of the death circle of the ant. So dear friends, from time immemorial, ants have always been famous as the most united animals on the planet, because no matter how big or small the bait is, they always patiently carry each other back to the nest. However, there's the fact that solidarity is not always a good thing. It can even become a double-edged sword. On the other hand, it can help the ant grow up, but on the other hand, become useless, dangerous, and can kill the whole herd at any time. And the death circle with no way out that you are following on the main screen are example. Just know that the worker ant instinctively follow behind other member, standing on front of this, so the role of the leader is always very important, to be flexible, sensitive, and intelligent. And in the cases of enthusiasm but being blind, the ant will go to the whole herd, and that the worker ants going behind will strictly follow the direction of the ant ahead, going in circles, round by round, and still exhausted and dead. And most easily, we can see this death circle is an army ant, because this is a congenitally blind species and can only march continuously thanks to the outer signal of individual in the same colony. So when the small signal becomes destroyed, it will result in the ant going round and round and dying in the same vicious circle. It's true that if you are wronged by one glass, you'll go to a colony of ants. And next, let's explore the extremely scary ant. People also have to cry then. Third, fear the ant possessing deadly venom. So dear guys, surely people always have been more afraid of snakes than ants, especially king cobras with venom that can kill 20 other men at once. However, the truth is that ants are much more terrifying than we imagine. Even snakes have to die then. And the main example is the Australian black bulldog ant. They are extremely aggressive and do not know any fear of any family, including humans, and not to mention this ant also has a very dangerous bite and venom that can cause immediate anaphylactic shock to the victim. So if bitten too much, and if you don't get treatment in time, you can die like a king. Or like the bullet ant. Although it was small, but it has a martial arts skill that belonged to one of the most dangerous insects in the world, because this venom can cause extremely painful and persistent wound, no less than a worm bullet directly affecting the central nervous system of the victim. So the scariest thing is the army ant, possessing the name of the army because they live in a herd with a number of up to tens of millions of animals. They still organize extremely tight and organized herd like an army. Interestingly, this ant built its nest with a number of its own colony, and the ant will connect to each other, connected into a solid nest with its combat ability and teeth like a tiny blade. No animal can escape then if it becomes a hunting target or accidentally step into the territory of this aggressive ant. They even created a long bridge to invade such a large honeycomb, and not to mention children can also be in danger under the attack. Therefore, this ant became an obsession for African mothers. In addition, there is this fire ant species which has pain like being burned by fire to the brain, and also contains poison that is very harmful to the skin. I'm too scared then. I have to go to the next part to be less afraid. Fourth, the most bizarre ant on the planet. Dear friends, I must confess this is the first time I have seen ant with a round, chubby shape like this candy. It's known that it's a species of a honey ant, which often nests in the arid soil layers of western North America. And as the name suggests, with a round belly like a jar of honey, they're in charge of food for the whole colony, consuming the food brought by the working ant, destroying the nutrient in the form of water and liquid and fat. And therefore, over time, the honey ant's belly becomes more and more round and round, reaching the size of a grape. But the string of things like Formica abrality ants, carnivorous ants appear mainly in the southeast region of the United States, have a rather perverted hobby where they like to collect skull or other ants for nest decoration.
Damn!
Next is a tortoise shell mirror and with its oddly shaped head to parachute by navigating its body when dropped from a tree. Next is the sister of the ant family, whose scientific name is Molite, which has a pretty cute and soft appearance with many colors, such as white like a cotton ball, and then blue, red, and yellow. But the farmer really hates them because they can even kill a cow. And it's amazing how diverse ants are, and which species you are most impressed with. Please comment and share immediately to admin. Another question is whether ants can eat it or not. Let's find out in the next part. Fifth, exotic dishes from ant. What? Can ant like that even eat? Honestly, I don't know how fatty it is, but the ant dish is quite popular in the world. The most popular is the dry ant dish, which is widely sold in supermarkets in Asia, Africa, and America. And as for the price, it's worth mentioning the escamble al lavar, a culinary specialty in Mexico, with a price that is not cheap, about $35 to $100 for a plate. And I don't know if any of you here have ever eaten the dishes I mentioned above. Remember to review down the comment section for everyone to know, but I personally wouldn't dare to eat it myself. And next, we come to the extremely impressive record of ants. Sixth, amazing record. Opening this list is the golden age of the fastest village in the world, Sahara Silver Ant Speed King. Known for this ant living in one of the most inhospitable areas in the world, the Sahara Desert, so to survive, they must run fast to be able to find food in the blazing sun without getting burned. And thanks to that, they became the king of speed in the world of ant. It is estimated that 1 second, the Sahara Silver Ant can run 1 meter, equivalent to an older human can run at a speed of 645 kilometers per hour. Equally impressive is the Dracula ant with the fattest bite, completed a bite in 0.00015 seconds, which is 5,000 times faster than a blink of a human eye. The most ferocious is the crazy yellow ant. As the name suggests, they are not only crazy, but one of the most dangerous animals that has been destroying ecosystems in many places. Then, more surprising is the ant that jumped the longest, the gigantic jumping ant, with the ability to jump extremely far. When it needed to travel a long distance, instead of having to find its way around like its fellow, it used its own skill jumping, which was too much then. In addition, on Earth there are countless other impressive records, such as making the supergiant metabel of Africa, not only possessing the strongest body of the ant family, but also possessing the care and healing skills. He had the word of his fellow men at the very best. So, dear friends, recently we have learned and discovered many thrilling, interesting, and familiar mysteries behind the industry and that we often see, you feel. If you feel like this video, please give Wildlife Adventure a like, subscribe to the channel to always be the first one to get it updated on our video. Follow the best and latest video from us every day. Thank you for watching the video, and now say goodbye, and I'll see you soon in the next program.